Selected one, this message has found you at the precise moment. Not by chance, not by happenstance. This is divine timing at work. You didn't come across this randomly. You were led here because you've endured a trial few could withstand. A quiet, painful, soul-defining test that seemed unnoticed by the world, but not by God. This message is your affirmation. You didn't merely survive. You triumphed, not by cutting corners, not by sacrificing your integrity, but by staying authentic, standing strong, and believing even when it pained you. Life has moments when everything feels like a challenge, a ceaseless storm that seems never ending. Pain, loss, betrayal, isolation, financial hardship, delayed dreams. You've faced them all, yet here you stand, breathing, hoping. That's not by chance, it's by divine purpose. You weren't being punished, you were being tested. And what's more remarkable, you succeeded. Not through deceit or shortcuts, but by persevering, trusting, and remaining true. This is your journey. This is your ascent. This is your reminder that you were chosen, not for comfort, but for greatness. Let's explore this through 7 chapters that uncover what this path truly meant and why you're stronger than you realize. Before we start, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe, as this message is for the chosen ones ready to rise from rejection and pain into strength and purpose. If this resonates with you, leave the number 77 in the comments. It's more than a number. It's a sign to the universe that you're aligned, awake, and ready for what's yours. Only the truly chosen will stay until the end. Those who do will find clarity, strength, and the breakthrough they've awaited. Truth reveals itself with each listen, so rewatch this video as needed. Each time, a deeper part of you will awaken. Chapter 1. The Test. No one saw coming. Life tests us without warning. No announcements, no alerts, no manuals to prepare you. One day, everything feels normal. You're going about your routine, thinking you're in control. Then, like a sudden gust, everything shifts. The storm arrives without reason. Loved ones leave. Plans collapse. Bills pile up. Prayers seem unheard. You find yourself in a personal battlefield you never anticipated. But here's the truth, no one else saw the war you fought. You wore a brave face, smiled when you wanted to scream, showed up when you were crumbling inside. The world saw strength, but not the sleepless nights, the tears on your pillow, the burden you carried alone. You kept going when everything inside urged you to quit. Yes, you doubted yourself. You wondered why this was happening. You asked God, why me? You felt abandoned, forgotten. Yet deep within, something refused to let go. A quiet voice, buried beneath the pain and noise, whispered, "Hold on. Not yet, don't give up." That wasn't just your voice. It was God reminding you this wasn't your end. It was your test, the toughest you've ever faced. Not of knowledge or skills, but of faith, character, and resilience. This test revealed who you are when everything is stripped away. Most don't understand. God's exams aren't about what you know, but what you carry. It's about how you respond when nothing makes sense. Staying true when compromise is easier. Standing firm when falling is simpler. The real test is in the unseen, the silence, the struggle, the solitude. It came unannounced, but you faced it. Though it shook you, it didn't break you. Deep down, you had something rare. Unyielding grit, quiet faith, a fire that wouldn't fade. You didn't crumble under pressure, even when it felt overwhelming. You didn't betray your values, even unwatched. That's how you passed the first stage. What you didn't know then, but see now, is that every tear was noticed, every sleepless night witnessed, every sacrifice recorded. You weren't being shattered. You were being forged. Not punished, but prepared. This was the first chapter of your transformation, and you passed by showing up. You endured when giving up was easier, stood firm when your foundation shook, kept your heart open when life tried to harden it. Chosen one, that's proof of who you are. Not what others say, not what your past claims, but what God always knew. You're ready for more. The test wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to reveal you. Chapter 2. Silence in the storm. There's a silence that doesn't just fill the space, it fills your soul. It's the silence after you've poured your heart out to God and hear nothing back. No answer, no guidance, no breakthrough, just silence, not even a whisper. You begged for a sign, pleaded for relief, asked for one word to know God saw you, hadn't forgotten you. But the heavens stayed quiet. Doors remained closed, and time dragged on without progress. That silence can feel like the loudest rejection, like abandonment, making you wonder if your prayers were futile, your faith misplaced. But here's the truth most miss. Silence wasn't God's absence. It was his attention. He was watching closely, intentionally. Like a teacher silent during an exam, God was observing how you'd respond without his voice. Would you still believe, obey, trust when nothing made sense? And you did. You didn't understand, but you kept moving. You didn't feel him, but you kept praying. You didn't see a path, but you kept walking. That faith, moving forward in the dark, is rare and powerful. It's born in silence, forged in stillness, strengthened by solitude. In that silence, you met yourself, discovered strength you didn't know you had, learned to stand without support, to breathe through anxiety, to rise above fear, to move without a map. In the storm's depth, you realized God was shaping you even in silence. He was stretching your endurance, refining your character, removing your reliance on others until your faith rested on truth, not feelings. Silence doesn't mean rejection. It means the test is active. Heaven is watching what you'll do next. Your strength is no longer in question. It's being proven. You moved forward, not because it was easy or you had answers, but because something inside urged you to trust. That quiet strength, that unshaken belief, was part of the test. You passed, not by shouting loudest, but by enduring the quiet, not by having answers, but by believing without them. In that storm, wrapped in divine silence, you didn't just survive, you grew. Chapter 3. No shortcuts, no compromises. When life pushes people to the edge, many take shortcuts. Some lie to avoid consequences, pretend to be someone else for acceptance, manipulate, deceive, or step over others to get ahead. In a world where winning often trumps how you win, compromise becomes tempting, integrity optional, truth blurry. The pressure to succeed, survive, or prove yourself can push even the best to bend their values. But you chose differently. You could have taken the easy route, played the game, become cold or bitter, shut your heart or retaliated, mirroring the betrayal, lies, or manipulation done to you. But you didn't. You stood firm, held your values despite losing time, opportunities, relationships, or sleep. You stayed true to yourself. That's not weakness, it's power. It takes immense strength to stay kind in a cruel world, courage to choose character over convenience, a chosen soul to take the high road when the low road seems faster. Others may not have seen what you resisted, the shortcuts you refused, the temptations you overcame. But heaven saw. God saw. This chapter of your test was about enduring the storm without losing your soul. Anyone can look good outwardly, chase success, or pretend, but few walk through fire with integrity intact. You didn't take the easy way, didn't trade truth for temporary comfort, didn't become someone else to gain approval or escape pain. You made the hard, lonely choice to do right, even without applause. Integrity is rare, not shining as quickly as status or wealth, but its value is unmatched. Choosing integrity means carrying your purpose with honor, building something lasting, not fleeting. You chose the eternal over the temporary, proving you're capable of worthy success, success that doesn't cost your conscience or peace, success that makes heaven smile. Anyone can survive, but not everyone survives with their soul intact. Not everyone can say, I didn't sell out, I didn't lose myself. That's what sets you apart, makes you chosen. You passed with honor, walked through fire and emerged clean, stayed real when faking was easier. That strength, that quiet nobility is God-given. Because you didn't compromise, your foundation is unshakable. What you're building won't be torn down. What you're becoming can't be undone. Your reward isn't just what's coming. It's who you've become. Strong, pure, steadfast, chosen. Chapter 4. The breaking that built you. Let's be honest, it nearly broke you. There were moments you didn't know how much more you could bear. The weight felt crushing. You were drained physically and mentally. Each day was another battle, another mountain, another storm. Your body was exhausted, your spirit hollow, your heart ached with confusion. It felt like the world was trying to shatter you, punishing you for doing right when it seemed to reward the opposite. You couldn't understand why the pain persisted, why the storm raged despite your efforts. Questions piled up. Doubts crept in. Why me? Why does it hurt so much? Others seemed to move ahead, living freely while you carried a constant burden. It wasn't fair. You felt alone, questioning how long you could endure. But what was really happening? You weren't breaking down, you were breaking open. God wasn't destroying you. He was revealing your hidden strength. He wasn't punishing you. He was preparing you. You were stretched beyond your comfort zone, pulled into a new version of yourself you couldn't yet see. The pain was necessary, part of the process. A diamond needs pressure to form, gold needs fire to shine, and a chosen one needs testing to rise. The pressure wasn't meant to crush you. It shaped you, molded you into who you were meant to be. It chipped away fear, doubt, insecurities, refining your character, sharpening resilience, deepening faith. Every tear, every trial forged you into something more beautiful, powerful, capable. The breaking wasn't the end. It was the start of something incredible. You didn't just endure pain, you grew through it. Every challenge, setback, heartbreak was part of the process leading to this moment. The pain was necessary. You couldn't reach your destined heights without the valley. Growth doesn't come from comfort, strength from ease. It comes from struggle, from facing the storm when you want to run, from standing tall when you feel torn apart. Now you're stronger, wiser, more grounded in purpose. You've shed layers that didn't belong. What remains is pure, unshakable. You've emerged from the fire with clarity and strength that can't be undone. A chosen one rises through testing, through breaking open, through enduring fire. The flames have passed and you've emerged. The diamond within you is revealed. The gold in your soul shines brighter. What you've endured has prepared you for what's next. The hardest part is done. The foundation is laid. With all you've learned, all you've become, you're ready to step into your destiny, to live the life you were born for. You're just beginning. Chapter 5. Hidden Grades. Heavenly Promotion. You didn't get applause, no loud cheers, no standing ovations. No one clapped when you forgave those who hurt you or noticed when you pressed on despite your burdens. The world overlooked your quiet sacrifices, silent strength, moments of vulnerability. You didn't get a trophy for doing right when walking away was easier. The praise you deserved never came, but it didn't go unnoticed. Heaven was watching. God was grading your test, not on outward performance, but on perseverance, unseen choices, times you chose kindness over anger, healing over grudges, moving forward when you felt like falling. It wasn't about applause, recognition, or rewards. It was about your heart, faith, and unwavering commitment to rise above. Despite the hurt, though you didn't hear it, heaven's applause was happening. God saw your struggle, courage, heart, effort, sacrifices. That's when the real promotion began, not with a paycheck or title, but with divine elevation. When you passed, things shifted. Closed doors began to open. Impossible things came into focus. Peace flooded your soul, not tied to circumstances, but to the assurance you were on the right path. The world's noise faded, and you found your true purpose always there, waiting for you to claim it. That purpose now speaks louder, guiding you forward. God honors faithfulness in silence, sees every tear, prayer, step taken in faith when no one watched. He sees the heart behind actions, secret sacrifices, choices made without praise. That's where the real promotion lies, not in people's praise, but in heaven's blessing. Your faithfulness, perseverance, character elevate you, make you truly seen. While the world didn't applaud, heaven stood at attention. Now doors are opening, peace is flowing, purpose is awakening. You passed, and God never forgets faithfulness in silence. His timing is perfect. You'll see the fruits of all you've endured. You're being promoted from within, in ways all will see. Chapter 6. The chosen walk alone before they lead. Crowds, you always wondered why you felt different, why people left, why you never fit in, no matter how hard you tried. You saw others advancing while you were stuck in uncertainty. The loneliness felt unbearable, like walking a path no one understood. Deep down, you sensed your story was unique. Chosen ones are separated before they're elevated. Their path isn't easy. It's set apart, not for punishment, but for purpose. There's a season of isolation, feeling alone against the world, abandoned, misunderstood. But that separation was necessary for elevation. In solitude, you discovered who you truly are. Without distractions, your vision cleared. Isolation isn't punishment, it's preparation, a space to grow into your destined self. To lead, you first walked alone, facing fears and doubts without others' approval, standing tall in your strength, hearing your soul above the noise. This was refining, not loneliness. You walked alone to find your voice, shaped by truth, not others' opinions. You listened to your heart before others' needs. In silence, you found purpose and strength. You were never truly alone, just being prepared for something greater, to lead others later. In solitude, you gained wisdom, clarity, courage to lead. Those you'll lead will be drawn to your authenticity, faith. You couldn't lead from emptiness. You filled yourself with wisdom, vision. You no longer seek validation, standing firm in your God-given identity. Your vision is your compass, guiding you when others don't understand, carrying you to new heights as others follow. You're not behind, though it feels like you've waited forever. You're being refined. Every moment of isolation prepared you for leadership. You've been in the background, building strength, wisdom, deepening your bond with yourself and God. Soon, you'll step into the light. What seemed like a setback was preparation. You're ready to lead in ways that leave a lasting impact. You've been alone, but no longer. The crowd will follow, not because you sought them, but because your path and purpose draw them. You're ready. It's your time to lead. Chapter 7. Now it's your turn to teach. You passed the test, endured what many would have crumbled under. You faced storms that tried to silence you, wounds that tried to break you, nights that tested your faith to its core. But you didn't fold, didn't sell out, didn't let pain define you. Now you're not just a survivor, you're a guide. You carry not only scars but wisdom, not just memories but messages. What you endured wasn't just for you, it was bigger. Every tear, prayer, moment you kept going when everything said stop wasn't wasted. God doesn't waste pain. The path you walked in darkness is now a map for others. The voice you found in silence is a light for those still searching. Your wisdom from wounds can heal others. You faced those tests to help others through theirs. You know what it's like to question your worth, to feel invisible, forgotten, overlooked. When someone faces their darkest hour, you'll know what to say. Not from study, but from living it. You see silent battles, fake smiles, tired souls. You've been there, equipped to pull others forward. Speak life. You don't need a stage, your life is the message. Encourage the weary, remind them they're not too far gone, their story isn't over. Speak truth with love, be the voice you needed. Share your story, even the painful parts, especially those. Transparency heals. People don't need perfection. They need real. When you speak from the heart, walls fall. Your truth gives others permission to overcome. Your scars prove healing is possible. Lift others as you rise. True greatness isn't rising above, it's reaching back. As God elevates you, stay humble, generous. Don't forget the valley on the mountain. As you were carried, now carry others. Helping others win multiplies your impact. You're no longer just tested, you're trusted. God gives the hardest exams to the strongest students, not to break them, but to build them. Once they pass, He assigns them. You've proven yourself faithful, ready. Heaven sees you as a vessel, voice, leader, refined and ready to be released. God gives the toughest test to the strongest students. Now that you've passed, He's giving you the next mission, to lead, love, teach, transform. The world is waiting and you, chosen one, are ready.